You're probably asking yourself, well, who is she? Who is Katya? And why do I want to trust her with the process, with guidance, with coaching? That's why I created this video. I also truly believe that people buy from people and connect with people who they know, like, and trust. And it's been like that for centuries. So that's why I want to share my story, a little bit of my story, or we'll be here for a couple of days. That's for my book, for the future book. But I'll share a little bit what's relevant. And I also want to share my philosophy, my personal philosophy on life. And life to me spells love, impact with integrity, freedom of expression, and evolvement. Because we constantly evolve, we go to the next level and next level and next level, right? So we constantly evolve in this life. Life is a game, and we're just enjoying it as we're going through levels, right? Through the next level and next level. So again, life to me spells love, impact with integrity, freedom of expression, and evolvement.
I think just the understanding that there's such great potential and it doesn't have to be difficult. It doesn't have to be difficult. I need to keep remembering that. And it can be an opportunity to really play and find your creative style. So that way we're able to put ourselves out in a brand new way.
Yeah, fantastic. So and I will be doing this probably in 6 months or something like that or later. If somebody's kind of wondering, should they join or not, what would you tell them?
Well, I know that I'm going to be joining the membership this weekend. So what I would say is, like, just from the, this week, the support that is given is like, next level type of support and attention, and really the attention to detail is, quite astounding from what I've seen already.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. And I'm going to welcome you right now, even before you join. So welcome, welcome.
The workshop itself was so professionally done. It was fun. It was exciting, creatively exciting. And Katya took such good care of us and made sure that everyone was seen and heard and got personal attention. I never felt rushed. I always felt like I was getting attention. And by the time the workshop ended, our cards were not just finished, but they were ready to be marketed and used and implemented. And I love that about the workshop. That's super valuable. I had this wonderful creative flow. It just unblocked blocks for me. So if you're on the fence about any of this, I want to say just do it. And to Katya, I just want to say thank you so much. I'm looking forward to the year ahead.
When I met Katya, I immediately signed up for her subscription-based course, which gives so much value for such a little amount of money. And I learned already so much that when I wanted to really step into that Oracle deck, I thought I need her help. I want her to be the coach alongside of me. The first reason I wanted her help was to learn how to prompt and how to include styles. I was not sure which style I wanted. There were so many things I liked. And Katya is really hands-on. She said, oh, come on. We start prompting and we start looking at what you like and making decisions. So immediately from the first call we had, I had, yes, that's it. Yes, I can do it. I can do it. And at that time I thought, oh, I would have had enough with this 1 hour, and I had 8 hours. So immediately I had everything I wanted. out of that first session. But then, of course, we went on with other things, and I must admit, I'm so happy I made this investment, because my Oracle deck would really not have been what it is turning out now. If you're doubting to choose for Katja, do not doubt. I can assure you she has so much experience in Oracle cards. She has so much experience in art. She has a feel for it. And the combination of her experience with being an entrepreneur makes that combination so, yes, you have to do it. That's all I can say. It will be a very wise investment decision for this year.
Well, after the second day, I was really blown away by one, the way you guide people, and the power of using this software, because this is something that seemed for me like I would never be able to understand how to use AI in my work. And so the way that you presented it and teach it in a very easy to understand way, and you just have a great energy.
Well, thank you.
You have a
Thank
great
you.
energy. I'm really enjoying watching you and the interaction with other students and all that kind of thing. So yeah. And my creativity, like I say, just in the last week, as my mind has got all these ideas of how I could use these Oracle cards in my work. As a matter of fact, last night I just did a test on my Facebook page, and people are like, "Oh, that's beautiful," and asking people to respond to the one card. So I know there's a lot more to learn, and the information yesterday with the guy from
Nick.
Deckable, I think that
Yeah.
was really great information. So that's a great partnership that you've got there that's available for us. So yeah.
Yeah, and one thing I didn't mention yet, because again, it's so much like Nadia said.
Am I a mute monster? Okay. Yes, again. So again, I'm going to say what I just said. Hello, everyone. So excited to have all of you here. We have a couple of members. I never know how many members come in. Sometimes it's 1, 2, sometimes more. So we just, as I said, they come voluntarily, just share their story with you and kind of answer any of your questions. And I'm here to answer your questions as well. But before we get there, I just wanted to say that we actually broke the internet. Berglund is asking me how, and my website payments not coming through for new people who wants to join. It doesn't affect anybody else. It's not going on, but I think it's just a mere traffic issue to the website and everything else. We are fixing it. It will be fixed by the end of today. And if I need to extend the deadline, when you join in, I will extend it. Because I was trying to figure out what was going on, because we didn't see anyone join in. And I know a couple of people told me that they join in. And yeah, there is something happened. It's all being fixed. Thank you for notifying me. There is a couple of people who send me direct messages. I really appreciate it. We would love to have you. We're not trying to prevent you not to join. We actually want you to be in a community, okay? But, sometimes things happen, technical gremlins or anything like that, and they normally happen at the most inconvenient time, like during my lunch, right? So, but that's part of being an entrepreneur. We just roll with the punches. It's part of being a creative creator. Things happen, right? Life happens. Life is lifing. No matter what is going to happen, life is lifing, okay? So just wanted to give you this very quick update. And Berglund said she's in Vermont. I love that. We have a couple of people. And I'm also watching YouTube just in case if we have some strugglers there. And I'm also watching community in case if somebody is posting the comments there as well, okay? So let me see here. I don't see anyone on there, but I'll double check. Okay, fantastic. Okay, and aloha. So I am assuming Amanda is in Hawaii. We have Angela is joining as well. Okay, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, so this is completely a round table and you can ask any questions. I have three members right now from existing members, and as the rest of you guys are hopefully will be members soon, right? So I am hoping that you will be. So let me know if you have any questions. If not, I am going to bring one at a time our members, and we are going to just, you can ask them questions, I can ask some questions as well, or they can just share their stories and share why they joined, what was their experience like inside, when did they join, because all of them join at different points, right? So, and what is happening there. So without further ado, anyone want to go first? Just let me know, ladies, because if you have previous commitment, I totally appreciate that you're here. So if you're in a rush, if you have something that you need to leave for, if somebody wants to go first, just let me know. Yeah, you can just share your experience, answer the question, and also share your DAX. And Angela, congratulations, you were first finisher in our adventure. We have already 2 finishers, and they already got access to the finishers club. And of course, I'm making sure they qualify for the grand prize too, so we can put them on. Okay, awesome. So anyone who wants to go first, Berglind or Berglind, you want to go first?
Sure.
Okay, awesome. I'm going to spotlight you here so we can look at you and you can just share. And I don't know if there's any questions from the audience here. You are welcome to ask any questions. Okay. And if not, I'll just ask you, just let us know, when did you join? Why did you join? What was your experience? What is your experience like?
I've been trying to think of what was the reason really, and I'm not totally sure, other than I saw these cool little images and I think in your free group, and I'm like, oh, I can do this too. This is gonna be fun. It started gently.
Yeah.
Started small, sort of like plugging away after my day job, and then it evolved, and I got into the OCM group and started to take it seriously, and did couple of rounds of designing a deck, and got it uploaded to Deckable, and that was a major sort of a milestone, like stake in the ground, like yeah, I can do this. And all along with a very busy full-time day job. And then the next step is printing. And I've been spending months on researching printers, getting samples and prototypes, and as I say, cardstock samples, and variety of things. So now I have my deck in multiple versions from multiple printers, and different setups, and different types of boxes, and it definitely has been a learning experience. And the nature of from going from a digital product to a tangible, and now I know all kinds of things about cardstock that I had no clue about a half a year ago. So
Yeah, exactly, right? So it's so interesting. You said that when you joined, it was just a curiosity. It was something that you wanted to do. You picked your curiosities and you started creating the deck, right? So it was very passion project, because the first deck is more normally is passion project.
Yeah.
Do we turn it into income after? Absolutely, we can. But it's normally for us, right? So Soulful Creatives, it's a passion project. That's what it was for me, right? So,
Yeah.
and then you kind of like, oh, you could see the possibilities.
Yeah.
And you also have Etsy store, right? So you do have an Etsy store
Yeah.
that you run, and with the digital products, like you said, and it's like a switch to the physical product as well.
Yeah,
Good.
I have, it's sort of the Etsy store is kind of geared towards part Oracle, part national parks, and then niches down sort of the metaphysical that kind of thing, more like Oracle related though. And I have sort of, I went through the process of figuring out ideal customer, profiles and that kind of thing. And now I am working on repurposing or recycling, however you want to use it, some of the artwork from selected cards and putting in as a covers on our journals. There will be greeting cards. So I'm trying to sort of build on it in a different way. So since I already spent oodles of hours on deciding on the artwork and layering and texturing and all that up. So
yeah. Your other option as well, you can create posters, right? So you can create posters as well, and other ways. So and sell them on Amazon. So there is really opportunity, not on Amazon, sorry, on Etsy. So there is really so many opportunities, right? So you can maybe even get into Amazon merch. You need to apply. There is a long term for approval and stuff like that. You can even start, apply for the Amazon merch, and then use those designs and test them on t-shirts or anything like that, other merchandise. So there is really opportunities, like there is endless opportunities. You already spent time to design all of it, right? So now we can diversify. Like to me, it's almost like repurposing of your video, right? You created one video as an entrepreneur and then break it down in small pieces, put it everywhere. So it's very similar. You created so many cards. And now you can create, different listings from them as well. Right?
Exactly. When you have at least 54 cards, then there must be at least a handful that is, can be developed into something else. And absolutely.
Awesome. Fantastic. So tell us, by the way, anyone has any questions? We do have some people here who are new to us. So if you have any questions, Nikisha, Isha, and Amanda, if you have any questions, just let us know, okay? And I know Jen has some time limitations, so I will get Jen next. Okay, Jen, just let me know when you can go and I will do that. So, well, first of all, show us your deck. Let's do that. Show us your deck, and then we'll answer the rest of the questions.
Do you want to see it like this or a screen share?
Absolutely. You have a printer. You have a physical one. Yes, 100%.
So, I mean, I don't know how clearly this can really show on us. I'm trying to find a colorful one so it really can show on my camera kind of sucks. So I see if I keep, is it better if I keep my face out of the way?
Oh, put it right in front of the face. That's the best. Here, right there. Okay.
So the deck has a lot of blues and golds, but I am not doing like a gold foil on it. It just I'm playing with golden colors.
Yeah.
And lots of blues and greens, sage greens. Oopsie. I guess
Joseph,
That looks really, really beautiful. And I want to address what you just said. I'm not going doing the gold foil, I'm playing with colors. And that is
Yes.
a really good conversation to have, because I always recommend for people that if you want to go all the whistles, right? So whatever on your cards with the gold, be prepared, it will be extremely expensive.
Yeah.
So any kind of gold embossing, gold foil is not that bad now, depending on who we're using. But anything like on card itself, like a gold letters or anything like that, it will become extremely expensive unless you're going to use it as a digital only, okay? So we always have to pick and choose what are we going to have on our cards. And if we have unlimited budgets, then why not? You can definitely do that, right? So
Yeah.
absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah,
Love
so-
them. Love
so-
them.
So yeah, these are the little guys that I've been like playing with, and you know, layering the backdrop.
Yeah. So
So
tell us a little bit. So when you're saying layering, and I want people to hear from you, not from me. So when you're saying layering, okay, what do you mean by that?
Oh, that's easy. So this is a simple example. Like it came fine out, you know, I used, of course, Midjourney, and then I got sort of that kind of mandala in the backdrop, and I didn't like it. And then I found something on Canva, the graphics, that the outer element, and lay that over. And I know you can't even see it, but there are a bajillion little faint stars in there.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, I can see some.
Yeah, so yeah, you can see some, but there are many, many, many layers. And like another example,
Yes,
this
beautiful.
one, it looks like a starry sky, and I came originally out of Midjourney with Bunch. And I probably added about 300 on top of it.
Wow.
So
300 stars on top of it. Yes. So
Yeah.
I just want everyone to think about that. What we create in Midjourney, and that's why I always say, if you're happy with your image, 80% happy, just take it. Okay, just take it, because you can add layers and everything else. And by the way, we teach all of that inside our membership. And again, for those who did not hear, yes, we do have a little bit of issue of you coming in, but we will fix it. And if I need to extend our deadline from October 10th a little bit further, I totally will do that. Okay, so we do apologize for this inconvenience. We do want your business, and we want you to be inside of our membership. Okay, so yeah, but there is so much you can do. And for those people who are wondering, do they need to use AI? No, you don't. We have a lot of members in the community who don't use AI. They use sometimes purchased images, right? So they outsource it somewhere, make sure that they have right commercial rights. Some of them use their own artwork. One of the decks, and I'll share it with you a little bit later, it's right behind me there. One of the decks has 98 paintings. This creator, John, she took 98 paintings that she painted over the life. She is over some, I think she's like 68 or something years old. She turned them into the deck, and it's absolutely, and the reason she did, because her paintings are quite expensive, and she wanted to make sure that her paintings will be accessible to more people. So she turned it into deck, and then with amazing messages on it, like on each card as well. Okay. Awesome. That's amazing. That's amazing. And okay, here is another thing. I know that a lot of people are in the same shoes like you are. You said you have a full-time job, very busy full-time job, because I know that Brilliant sometimes has projects that are 60, 70 hours a week. Right, so she's a very demanding. She is a leader in her company, very demanding job. And so how do you do it? Is it like, are you able to join on calls? Are you like, can we support you? Do you feel supported in community? Tell us a little bit more about that.
That has been just really amazing. So good for me that I had a slow period this summer. I had a couple of really big projects go on hold. There is, you know, a whole political game of voting and that kind of thing because I work on public projects, not non-profit public projects. So, so I had the summer off, if you will, so I could really dive in and analyze all my printers and the variety of cardstock I had and touch and feel everything. I mean, this was a whole process, and you had said, rightfully so, that I spent way too much time on it, but I had the time, and it was also kind of education for me to learn about, you know, the nuances on paper from one printer to the next one, when they're sometimes talking about the same paper, but because they just name it different. So, yeah, it has been amazing to hop on the calls, especially the afternoon ones. I have not really been able to jump on the calls with Nadia. Unfortunately, it just doesn't seem to always have a conflict with
Yeah.
meeting schedules at my day job.
But there is enough, is there enough call for you to come in and get the support?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, definitely. I mean, I hawk your hours frequently, like
Please do, please do. That's why I'm here. Yeah. But I also wanted to kind of say that we try to accommodate as many people as possible. This is why times are all staggered, right? So,
Yeah.
because we know that if people cannot come at this time, when Nadia is there, when Rhonda is there, our soulful guides, right? So for our finisher calls, where it's a co-working call, where we set the time, you come in, tell us what you're working on, and then there's 30-minute timer, and you working on that for 30 minutes, and then you come back and share, and you meet other people. So it's kind of like accountability groups that are already designed for you, right? So it's hard. You've seen how hard it was to find accountability partners, right? So we designed it for you. You can come in, and we have at least 2 calls a month like that, sometimes 3, depending on the months. So, and then the rest of them, we have a channel and call once a month. We have at least 2 group coaching calls where you can come in and ask me questions. I'm very, very active in the community. I do not really hand anything off, except for 1 week a month where Rhonda comes in and support all of you, right? So, but then again, if there's any questions come up, I will answer them after, right? So it's just the way that membership is structured. So yes, so that
also I found if I might add, the monthly Q&A thread
yes.
extremely helpful, where we can throw in sort of the bigger topics, if you
Yes.
will, or bigger questions in and find them afterwards.
Yeah, and
but
thank you for mentioning that. So we do have a monthly Q&A thread where you can just drop your question. And the way I work with that is, if it's a simple question, I will answer it right there. I will reply, I'll give you links. So sometimes you're like, well, how can I do that? And there is a lesson inside portal. I'll just put the link, or sometimes Rhonda will do that too, if she will, will see it before I did. And so, and this one I check 2 or 3 times a day, so I make sure that I don't miss questions. But some questions require very visual, because we're talking about design here, and they require a little bit more. So, and I don't want anyone to feel lost. So what I do, I create a Loom video. If you don't know what Loom is, let's just say I create a special video for you where I literally walk you step by step and give you literally, this is what you do first, this is what you do second, this is what you do third, to help you resolve what you need to resolve. So this way you don't need to even wait for the call to come in and so I can help you. We have so many different ways that we can assist you, just to make sure that you get answers and everything that you need. Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Awesome. Fantastic. Fantastic. So, and Berglind, anything else you want to add? People are quiet. They're not asking questions, but that's okay. I have a lot of questions for you. So I'll ask anything you want to tell anyone who is on the fence, right? So they are, if they're thinking right now, you know what, I really want to join, but I'm not sure, will that work for me? Or what would you tell them?
this is a group that is unlike any other group, because there is so much you feel like you were on a team, and everybody is helping each other, and even on our little calls we have, like the group calls, even though we're not necessarily talking design and finding a printer and that kind of thing, but it still feels like a little coffee club, where you come and chat and just talk about other things also. It feels yeah, it feels like a coffee club, book club, but isn't really. But we still have our little agendas of, business, and also sort of cheering each other along when we run into issues or have big questions like, is this really a right thing? I mean, I had a bit of a crushing moment not so long ago where I thought I had found my perfect print on demand partner and was so excited and did that unboxing video. Thankfully, I didn't try to do it live because I stopped and was like, oh my God, the corners of the cards, they were so bad. I was like, I can't
And yeah,
show this
and
to
that's like just giving you another example of how entrepreneurship work, right?
Yeah.
So I told you about what we're dealing with in my business right now, right? So for Berglund, she already had listing almost ready to go for Etsy because she will be selling her cards on Etsy. She had the whole marketing plan prepared and everything else. She was so excited. And then she gets this box and she wants to cry.
Oh, I did cry.
I'm sure you did. Yeah, I know it's not
Uh,
funny. We're laughing at it right now, but
Yeah, we are laughing at it now, but I mean, I posted in a group that I was just crushed. Like, it's like, what do I do? I don't even, if it even will show. No, you can't even see it. It has to be a close-up picture.
yeah.
The corners are like they are done separately.
Yeah, so they were
Uh,
not cut together. And
no,
so now why are we being so picky? And I just want to address that. Because if you're printing it for yourself, it really doesn't matter.
no.
But if you're selling it to customers, when we start to sell it to customers, we don't want customer complaints. We don't want any returns because that's cost you a lot of money. Every time something processed, you pay in processing fee. When you're providing full refund, you are eating the cost of that processing fee and they will add up, right? So we're talking business here. So
Oh,
it's
yeah.
not that Berglund is being like perfectionist and super picky on that. But in this situation, we need to be, right? So we truly, truly need to be.
Yeah, it's if I'm selling something at premium price, I want to feel confident that I'm handing over a premium product that
Yeah.
Yeah, it's if I can't feel good about selling it to someone regardless of price.
Yeah.
And I feel like, if I mean, I was trying to find an angle of use, and honestly, I used ChatGPT to try to rephrase this sort of like a hand touch by hand, and not that not that machinery. Fact, it is has a manual touch to it, or a human hand touch to it. I tried all kinds of angles, and I'm like, oh my goodness,
So what
I
happened after? So that happened. You came to the group. We didn't say no negativity. You can't post negative stuff here, right? We didn't say that.
no,
The whole group rallied, right?
yeah,
So, and we all
yeah.
definitely made sure that you are okay. And then you decided to go a different route and found even better option.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I wanted to do a print on demand. There is, that means that there is a printing company that handles everything from printing and shipping and all of that. And I am hands off and I can continue with my bizarre day job. Um, now I found with your help a fantastic printer. Yes, they are overseas, but their stuff is top notch. Yes, they are in China. My very first prototype was from China, and I'm still drooling over the smoothness of the cards and the shine of the gold edge I got from the sample. Boxes are like perfect. And then I found a more economical way with your contact, and they have been absolutely adorable to work with. Yeah,
He's
I can't.
incredible.
Yeah,
He's
yeah, no,
incredible. It's
I mean, I
actually
will.
one of our members who sorted him out. She met him in Hong Kong. She's one of our members, and then she introduced me to him, and I talked to him, and he's given us the best value. And you cannot, I even talked to a lot of people who do journal and stationery and all of that stuff. And even like one of them, if you know Laura Buell, and I talked to her and she said, we cannot beat this price and this little amount of decks. So you cannot. If you want to do 1,000 or 5,000, yes, we'll beat it. Like, but we cannot. Like, nobody will do 100 decks only from China. Minimum was 500 or 750 or 1,000, depending on the printer. We negotiated with him that he will do 100 decks only, and it's very, very difficult to come in. To answer your question, Angela, yes, we absolutely share that in a group, and Brooklyn share it, but I do think we need to be a little bit more organized and just kind of put it, I need to reorganize the list of the printers. I definitely will work on that, right? So, but that's amazing that we do share that. As I said, we're not the good vibe only, but we also don't drool on things. We realize that life is life, and we'll support each other, and then we're going to move on and we'll find solution. We'll focus on solution, right? So, and we will find you something that will work for you if you are prepared to work with that as well. Okay. Awesome. So now where can people find you? I think I do have a link from you. You did share with me that you have a wait list for people if they want to purchase your deck. Okay, awesome. I'm going to drop that in there. Is there anywhere else they can find you? Like, can they follow you on Facebook or anything like that?
Yes, I am on Facebook too, on Instagram, and if they sign up on the little list in the link you sent, I will send a notification when I get the decks finally this side of the ocean.
Yes.
They will be shipping in around the 10th of this month, so I should have it like right before Halloween, the first batch, and then the second batch is coming right before Thanksgiving. I'm having a chunk shipped or no, flown over like air mail.
Yeah.
And then the second batch comes by ship. So.
Amazing, amazing. I can't wait to have it because guys, they are on the shelves, the ones that you can see, this shelf right there. Right, so that's actually all the decks from our community, the ones that have been printed, and that is because I have few shelves here, but the ones that you see there, that's all the decks from our community, and I can't wait to put yours there. Right, so this is our finisher shelf. I need to get more shelves. Okay, so I'm running out of shelf space here, so I'm so excited. Thank you so much for being here, Berglund. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you inside and just to be a part of a community, and so we can support you. So that would be, how long you have been a member, Amanda is asking?
About 2 years.
About 2 years?
Maybe a notch more, but I'm going to say 2 years.
Yeah, awesome. So the membership is going to be 3 years in April 2nd, right? Oh. So in April 2nd, we will celebrate 3 years. I can't believe that it's already 3 years. Thank you so much again. Please drop your social media links as well in the chat. So if somebody wants to, follow you, they can definitely do that. Okay, awesome.
Thank you.
And I'm going to call on Jen because I know Jen is short on time and I appreciate you being here. So I am
My
going to.
one-on-one call actually got bumped to half an hour later, so I am good.
Oh,
So
good.
if needs to go
Okay,
before
yeah.
me, that's totally fine.
Yeah.
But I'm happy to go now.
Okay, awesome. I will answer that question absolutely, Lisa. But let's just start. Oh, Jen said she has a little bit more time, so I'll answer.
Okay.
So if someone else already asked, but don't worry, guys, just keep asking questions. Are there printers who print and ship individual physical copies for you or just bulk? Yeah, absolutely. You can print a prototype with MPC, make plain cards. It's not the most economical or budget-friendly one for the bulk orders, but this is where I normally recommend. They're the quickest ones and they're the easiest ones to upload. So for your prototype, this is where I printed my deck. It's make plain cards. That's the one that you would print. The rest of the printers, like you heard from Berglund, you'll need to do research because it's all will be based on what you want to see in your deck, what type of box and everything else. And every printer has a different type of paper, boxes, foil edge, the ones that we have sourced in China, the one that we work with. He actually has the foil edges all different colors. So I probably will do turquoise foil. And so that would be really cool for my final deck. Okay. Perfect. Okay, wonderful, wonderful. Let's see here. Yes, so Jen, introduce yourself, who you are, and tell us a little bit about how long you've been in Oracle Cards Magic, what brought you in, and all of that jazz.
Alrighty. Can I share my screen? I want to kind of share my screen. So I'm Jen. I am a copy coach and messaging strategist and a membership owner. I joined Oracle Cards Magic. I'm not an OG, but I'm almost OG. I think I'm an OG VIP lounger.
Yeah, let's say what OG stands for, right?
Original,
so this is not original gangster. OG for us stands for original goddess or original god.
Yes, I love that. So I joined in summer of 2023, I want to say, because I saw Katya posting all these really amazing images in Evelyn's Facebook groups where we were both in Evelyn's programs. And I had a challenge coming up that fall, like a 5-day challenge. And I wanted those kinds of, I wanted to make it really highly themed and have really amazing images for it, for my funnel and all of that stuff, for the graphics. And I have like I always say I have champagne design tastes and beer skills. So like I wanted amazing, and I knew I could not afford to pay a professional for amazing, but Katya kept talking about this AI stuff that she was doing, and I was like, oh, well, I could do that. Like, I feel like I'm techie enough to do that. So I joined specifically for that, not with any idea that I would be creating an Oracle deck ever. So as you know, like this is my gnome themed thing that I'm doing right now is my first deck that I'm actually designing. I joined for the ability to learn how to make design images in Midjourney. So let me show you that funnel if I can. Can you enable screen sharing for me?
I didn't again?
Nope.
Okay. All participant. Okay, try now.
All right. Nope, it still says disabled. Why?
Really? Advanced sharing option. Okay, let's try again.
Okay. There we go.
Okay.
All right. So I kind of want to show you the evolution of the skills. So this is that first funnel from fall of 2023. And like little, secondary images, and then like my character for this launch, all the backgrounds I created in Midjourney, all of this, everything that I learned how to do for this funnel, graphic design wise, was from Katya. And that just really opened up so much for me. And Katya's approach to creative play and the play dates and all of that kind of stuff it unlocked so much for me. Even with my the writing part of my business and the like business strategy part of my business, the mindset shift to making this playful and being in alignment with creative play was so huge for me, that my business actually started seeing massive shifts, just because of that approach. So that was the first funnel. And now I have like leveled up those skills. So this was my Black Friday funnel. I've dialed in the character. I know how to use character ref, the CREF thing that we learned on day three. All of that cool stuff. Day 2, did we learn it on day 2?
We didn't learn about character references. We learned about the style references.
Style ref.
But yeah,
Okay, yeah.
so
style ref.
she's using more than just style reference, but we have a full training on that. How to
Yeah.
use it.
So like dialing in so that the character is consistent through all the different images, right? So you can kind of see, and the backgrounds, so the style stays the same. So I really feel like I've got this character and this world dialed in because of all of that stuff that I have learned in here. And the cool thing about Oracle Cards Magic and Katya specifically is she is so responsive to the things that we talk about, like that we happen to just mention in passing that we need to know how to do. Even if it's not already in Oracle Cards Magic, she will develop a workshop and invite all of her annual and VIP members in for free, and the monthly members at a really low fairy godmothered in price, right? And it's just totally responsive to the things that we need to learn how to do. So if I say, I really want to learn how to animate this image for an ad, the next thing I know, it's AI animation is the next workshop. So I just really love how responsive Katya is to her members and to the things that we need to learn and want to learn. And she's so curious. She loves learning. She's so curious about learning new things that it's fun for her to develop those workshops too. I've actually collaborated with her on a workshop this last spring, landing page magic. And it was so fun to see her in action, the like combination of super organized and really, really creative and playful. If you are not in her programs, you probably have got a sense in this program of what that's like, but it's like through the roof. It is dialed up to 11 inside of Oracle Cards Magic. So like I cannot recommend this membership enough. And it's like half the price right now. It's good. The price is doubling after this launch. So this is the time to get your butt into Oracle Cards Magic. We would love to have you in there. It's such a supportive group.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I will be quiet and answer questions.
Jen, thank you so much. It's been when you said that organized, and I'm like, are you talking about me?
Yes, I am. Like, you guys, she has every launch. She's got a whole like document where she organizes where all the funnels are. Like I've learned so much. And just think about our 12 gifts, that product purchase tracker. Like how many of us were like, oh my gosh, how many times have we bought things 3 times because it looked really cool and then we lost track of the fact that we bought it? This is the way Katya's brain works. It's this great intersection of former math teacher meets artist.
Yes, here the secrets come. You did not know, for those who did not know, I used to teach math in high school in Ukraine. So yeah, Jen, can you share your latest graphic? Because I love your progress that you were showing. And that's what happens when you are actually, yeah, and I want you to see those latest graphics now.
Let me, before I share it, let me go grab the actual, like, put it in the classroom, I think.
While we're doing that, I'm going to answer some questions here. Yeah, so Angela is helping as well. Thank you so much. And talking about the print on demand, yes, you can order some stuff from print on demand, and game crafters are great. We have them on a list as well, and they just don't do anything like fancy. They like their boxes are very limited, their paper stock is very limited. So it really depends on what you want. But for your first deck, it's a really good option because there is no upfront investment. And if you grabbed one of my gifts inside 12 Days of Magic, there was a gift of calculation and comparison of your cost and what ROI you're going to get. So your profit calculator, if you haven't grabbed it yet, please do, because it will disappear on October 6th too. Here you go. So I literally cried when I seen it, when Jen sent it to me, because again, if you look at her very first funnel, if you go back and show it again, right? So you can literally feel, it's not that, because this one is very cohesive, it looks amazing, but you look back, like now when we're looking at what she's creating, this is her skills being upgraded. So what you're learning in Oracle Cards Magic, it's not just creating Oracle cards, because that's what we do, but you're upgrading your designer skills, right? So and where it can bring you, who knows? Maybe you'll join next cohort of certified programs that I'll be doing next year, right? So because I have people who went through certification program and they design in cards, right, for others. So, or maybe you will start designing just everything for yourself and create very cohesive brand. So the sky is the limit. That's what I wanted to say.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you.
And it's just so fun. Like I did not think, if you would have asked me 3.5 years ago, if I would have thought of myself 2.5 years ago, if I would have thought of myself as a designer ever, I would have laughed in your face. And now I'm just like, yeah, I'm a designer.
Yeah. So
I just use AI as my medium.
So your brand voice quest, since we're talking about that, I know that it's going to be coming very soon, and it's absolutely free.
Yep.
Right. So is there any way you can share it so people can join?
It is inside my free school community, and I'm going to let you give them your affiliate link for that. It's a free community, but at some point I may have like upsells in there. So I would love for people to use Katya's link so she gets a little credit.
Well, I do appreciate that.
And it will have a like VIP option that will be like Secret Keepers, that if you are a member of my membership, you will get for free. But you can attend the entire quest. It's the last week of October. So the 28th, 29th, and 30th.
Yeah.
I just dropped 3 days, and it's now the AI edition. So there will be GPTs to help you get stuff done. Awesome.
Awesome. And Jen is a copywriter, right? So Jen is a copywriter, and when we ran our joint workshop, it was so amazing where we can lean into our zone of genius. So I was like, for once, I was like, I don't have to worry about any copy. And Jen is like, I don't need to worry about any design. So it was a really great partnership. And we sure will do something else in 2026. We'll figure out
the
how
Reese's
to
peanut butter cup of business. You got chocolate on my design peanut butter. Yeah.
Yeah. Any questions? Any questions? And I'm going to quickly see if anyone is here. I have somebody here on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, please, Marcel, hi. Hello. If you have any questions, Marcel is our existing member. Marcel, if you want to jump on, you're welcome to jump on. And I haven't seen you in a while. And you know what? Some of the members, sometimes you finish the project and then they're working on something else, but they still quietly here in a membership because they learn those new skills, right? So, and it's totally fine, and we'll meet you where you are. You can be as active as you want to be, or you can be as passive as you want to be. Everything in the portal, you have everything organized there, and you can learn at your own pace as well. Okay. Awesome. Any questions for Jen? And Jen, thank you so much for coming. I know you were squeezing in between.
I was not going to miss this.
Oh yeah. And now, Jen,
one of us, get your butt in there. We want you in there.
Yes. So, and finally, you create your first deck after 2.5 years. Now you're creating your first deck.
Yep.
So you got our disease.
Yeah,
we infected you with a passion for Oracle decks.
Yep.
Awesome. Excellent. Okay. Anybody has a question? No, I don't see any questions. If you do have questions, just let us know, please. Okay. And we'll be happy to answer. I am going to remove Jen from Spotlight. Thank you so much. And Jen is also my business bestie. We became that actually fun story for why I say having accountability partners is so important. Right. So we were going, I applied for a program with the Cornell University. Then I shared with Jen, she applied too. And both of us joined at a different, like actually got accepted at different cohorts, but we coordinated it to have it at one cohort, and we became accountability partners specifically to go through this university program together. Well, the rest is history, right? So now we meet every Saturday Saturday and Mondays now. So we meet twice a week now. So yeah, it's incredible. So find your Jan, and same like Lorraine, if you've seen her, some of the challenges as well. This is how I found Lorraine as my accountability partner, right? So, and we're very good friends, right? So that's just incredible. Yeah. So thank you again. Awesome. Fantastic. Fantastic. So, who wants to go next? Angela or Rhonda?
I can go.
Okay, Angela. Okay, go ahead. Let me just spotlight you, and I am going to do here. Fantastic. So again, same spiel. When did you join? Why did you join? What do you love? What you don't like? And all of that stuff.
I joined fairly recently. I can't remember for certain when I joined your Oracle Magic, but it was fairly recent, like in the last few months.
Yeah.
And I made my first Oracle deck while being in there and doing like the trainings and stuff. And before seeing your program, I had never really thought of making my own deck, but I love decks. I love tarot and Oracle. I just absolutely love them. I have a whole collection. And I hadn't thought about it until I saw your Oracle Magic, and I just went, oh my God, I could make my own deck. So that was really cool, and going through and finding out like how to do everything, and that it wasn't as hard as I thought it would be. And it's so much different to me holding an Oracle deck that I made as opposed to one somebody else made. I still use other people's Oracle decks. I don't only use mine, but there's something so different about it being one that I created. And my first one was, ooh, that's just went all sorts of
Yeah,
blurry.
just put it close to your face because of the close to your face. Yeah, like that.
There we go.
Yeah.
So that was my first one. It's all animal, kind of a boho aesthetic. I love it. And the one I just finished is more
I'm
of
going to share it because you were our first finisher.
Oh yeah.
Congratulations. And I'm going to share the screen so we can actually, my God, it's I'm so excited for this deck. So you need to put the links. I need to buy it. And
yeah,
both of them actually. I don't have your first one either. So, and guys, by the way, because you design in decks and you create in decks if you have business, right? So my favorite thing is to buy decks because it's my business expense. Okay.
that makes sense.
Right? So yeah. So, well, I love them anyway, but now it's a business expense. So this is your deck, the new one, the second one.
Yep.
And you created it in 3 days or 4 days, let's say. 4
Yeah.
days. Today's day 5. Right, so today's day 5, and this deck is all about the moth. It's just incredible.
Originally, I had thought I wasn't even going for the collage style. I was going for more of a watercolor, and I was trying to get accurate moths. And oh, it is so hard to get accurate.
Yeah.
To a species. I've tried Midjourney, I tried Leonardo AI, I tried Sora. And some of them would get some of the moths right. Like they could, almost all of them could do a Luna moth properly. That's a really well-known one, but they couldn't do anything else. It was frustrating. And then I had this idea. I love Rebecca Campbell's decks, and she does that mixed media collage.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's perfect. I can do a whole deck like that. I don't necessarily have to have the moths be 100% accurate to species. Because they're more of like a fantasy, ethereal, magic kind of thing, rather than a specific, this is a hawk moth or whatever. So I chose moths because I see moths as kind of like the outsiders. They're like, a lot of people think they're pests. A lot of people think they're, butterfly's ugly cousin kind of thing. But moths are so beautiful. They can be so, so beautiful, and they're just as magical as butterflies. And I wanted to kind of do this deck with the people in mind who are kind of different, kind of on the outside. They might be neurodivergent. They might be, and now my brain has forgotten all the terms I had in it.
That's all good.
They might feel like they're the black sheep. They might feel like, they might be.
Yeah. So we feel a little bit like a misfit. Yeah.
Exactly. So that's why I wanted to do the high star. My cat's visiting.
Yeah, we always have some pets who are going to
Yes.
be on a calls. Yes. So we
Definitely.
we have 3 at least right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
When I finally started generating the mixed media collage, I was so happy with the results. And I was like, this is it. This is perfect. This is exactly what I want to do. So I got them all done. And your GPT, the one that maps for you, is that one called?
Map My Deck.
There you go. Map My Oracle Deck. Yes. Was so helpful in creating it and coming up with the themes and helping me come up with titles for the cards and all that kind of stuff. And I'm really into journaling as a way to help people self-improve, better love themselves and things like that. So I'm gonna have just a mini book for it that will actually have a journal question for each card.
I love that. I love that. Yes. So one thing I haven't shared yet, it's just one of the surprises for everyone, is that inside our free community on School Now, because this community where Adventure is, it becomes a free community now. I'm closing my Facebook group community because it's very hard to reach people. We want actually for you to communicate with each other, support each other. We want you to feel like you are part of community. And on Facebook, it was very hard to do. And it was not an easy decision because I have almost 5,000 people on that group, right? So, but it's not about number of people. I would rather have less people, but people who feel like they are in community. And for all Oracle Cards Magic membership members, as long as you paid active member, we'll have a directory of all of your decks. And it's so easy for us to do it on School. And Facebook, it's so hard to find in guides and everything else. It's you have to keep scrolling and scrolling. But on School, we'll just have a directory of all of your decks. So if you are active member, then it's there. So anytime people come in a free community, if they're interested in that, they can buy your decks as well. So that's another thing. And one more thing is you can do promotions in the free group anytime you want, right? So we don't have promotions in my free group, but Oracle Cards Magic members can do promotions all the time. And don't worry, it's not going to become a scam group because my people know how to promote and how to build relationship. Okay. Amanda said I need a bit more playtime using that. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Jen said, holy moly, was the GPT ever amazing? Brooklyn said, yes, it helped me to take my simple idea of a deck to organize categories. And Jen also said it helped me design a little daily ritual to go with each card. Yes, and that's the way I design it. So it will be, I found some people were getting stuck. Like Jen said, I always pay attention to where people challenges are, right? So and when I do, how can I help you? And with AI right now, so much easier, right? So you put it in and it works so well, right? So of course you need to program it correctly too, right? So awesome. So as you said, you've been a member like for a couple of months only, and I don't even think you joined any support calls yet. Have you joined, or maybe one or two?
Yeah, I've been on a couple.
On a couple, right? So on a couple, but you only been a member for a couple of months.
Right.
But what do you want to say about support or anything that you find so far in community?
The community is great. I mean, it's such a nice, welcoming, positive, supportive community. And, there's so many communities out there online that are not that. So it's really nice to find this group that we're all like-minded as in like we all do oracle cards. We all understand what that's about. We're all interested in it. So we're all a little bit on like the spiritual side and a little like, everybody's we have a lot in common, and it's so nice just to have that, because sometimes it's hard to find that on the internet.
Yeah. Yeah,
But it's
absolutely.
been great. The support's been great. And then Katya, I wouldn't be here if it weren't for you, because you are so passionate and your vibe is so good
Oh.
that I couldn't not be part of it.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. And please drop the link for your deck, right? So because
Okay.
I'm collecting these links too, so I will start the directory in that community as well. Okay.
Okay.
Awesome. Fantastic. Thank you so much, Angela. And we have Rhonda. Okay. So let's just go to Rhonda, our beautiful, not only OG, who is original goddess, but she's also our soulful guide. And what it means during my CEO week, because I do take 1 week off during the, well, I don't take it off, but I don't participate actively in any communities, don't answer questions and stuff like that. So Rhonda actually takes over. And she's been in a community from day one. She's been our original goddess. And she was probably one of the first ones who joined. And she joined when it was a brand new empty Facebook group, right? So it was nothing. No, it was not workshop, nothing else. Yeah. So tell us a little bit about your journey, and of course, share your decks and everything else. But tell a little bit, why did you join? Did you start creating right away, or did you take a break? Just share with everyone.
When I first joined, I don't think it was exactly day one, but it was before you really had very much going. And what attracted me, I don't even remember exactly how it was that I came across you, but something in me went, I'm very interested in this way of doing art, because although I do some watercolor painting and some other things, I'm no Rembrandt or whatever. So I really was curious with that. And initially I took your very basic workshop and I joined because it was very affordable, and of course all of that. And I'm like, I know I want to do this, probably not right away. So for a while, I really didn't do very much because of just other things that I had going on. I was also a caregiver at the time and so forth. But then when I was able to dive into it, I found that I could turn the images that were in my head. And whenever I would write the prompts and so forth, I would also just imagine that I could connect with the AI and go like, here, read my brain, and yes, do the prompting, but also really set a strong intention. And I was amazed with what I got out of doing that. And then also, I never knew I was going to learn all these beautiful things about Canva and layering from her and from Kaz, who has some of the design things inside of the portal and all of that. And that has been so phenomenal in so many ways. And by the way, I'm mostly blind. So whenever I'm reading the computer or reading anything, I have to hold it up right in my face or sit, I'm leaning like this and I'm like very close to the computer because of the way the focal length of my eyes work. I have a congenital condition. So even so, being a blind person, I've always said, I don't let it stop me. Sure, I may never drive a car except a self-driving one, but past things like that, I'll make it happen. I'll find a way. And so it's been beautiful to be able to bring this art to life. And yes, I ended up making oracle cards. I made a downloadable deck of blessings. And I'm sorry, I have a cat here trying to get in my nose. I apologize. And then also made one of affirmations to help you trust your intuition. And all of those are on Deckable. And then my mom last year had a stroke and crashed the car into the house and was in the hospital and nursing home. I was in the car with her and my guide dog too. but I wasn't hurt anywhere like that. And to save my sanity while I was dealing with that, I created a couple of family fun decks that also are indeckable. So it's wonderful to have that, a creative outlet. And what's beautiful is just all of the, I mean, I remember showing some images like, hey, I'm playing with this. Which image do you like better if I have a crow on a card? And, you know, I had people interested and all of that and in being involved. And but whatever I got out of Midjourney, there's so many layers and other things that go with it. All of my cards have these encoded messages, and most of them are invisible or darn near invisible to the eye, but they're still there and their energy is still there. And then, of course, I infuse everything. I'm a Reiki master teacher. I do various kinds of energy, frequency healing. All of that is in the decks as well, infused. So everything is in activation, not only in terms of the images. And you just never know where things are going to go. I've had a company reach out to me because I did an unboxing video of one of their products, and they saw some of the creatives I'd made, and I'm doing some things with them now as well. And boy, Canva and in the skills I've learned because of being in Oracle Cards Magic, OCM really have made a huge difference there. So it's been quite the journey. And during I've always will say the Winged Messengers deck that I created, I had no idea that's what I was going to create. You know, sometimes you sit down and you go, oh, I want to make a deck about whatever, moths or something like Angela was saying. Or about whatever it is, you know, boho, chic, woodland creatures, whatever, city creatures. But then there's times when, okay, I'm going to be in service to the meditation, into that channel. And then what came out was that deck, and there was nobody more surprised than I was by, oh, okay, I guess that's what I'm doing. Well, that's interesting. I love birds and all winged creatures and everything. That was great. I will share one tip, though, as Angela mentioned, about trying to make the moths, and it's Midjourney doesn't do them accurately. They don't do hawks well either. So what I discovered was giving it the botanical either botanical name of a plant, the scientific name, or the scientific name of the animal, and that helps.
Latin name. Latin names.
Latin name, yes. The Latin name
names
of the bird.
help a lot for botanicals.
It's not perfect, but it's way much better.
Insects and animals, so they will, again, some of them they don't know, but if you give the Latin names, we also have the whole botanical, how to create a proper botanical, like literally botanical drawing, if you want a proper botanical drawing.
Right, yeah. So many things in the portal now that, you know, have all come over this time as, of course, the AI has changed and become more sophisticated, and we've done, I mean, it starts off with the, you know, AI images and doing cards and the coloring cards and botanical drawings and all of these different things that are available to us now that are in the portal for everybody. So it's quite an experience.
Let me share your deck here. Okay, so Brooklyn said, yes, I run into the same issues. Latin names help a lot with getting the correct names. Yes, yeah, that's one of the things that I learned a long time ago. But here is, you know, here is a profile for Rhonda, and you can see all of her. This is her beautiful service dog, right? So
that's Nugget.
It's Nugget, and Nugget sometimes comes, same like Twitch, her cat comes to the videos as well, right? So sometimes
depends where I'm sitting. If I'm sitting on the couch, she'll come and sit in front of me and become my dog filter.
Yeah, exactly. So and this is all the decks that Rhonda created, and they are undeckable right now. So here is 101 dead jokes for road trips. For those people who thinking, can we create only Oracle cards? No. Process, you can create anything, right? Any kind of cards. Here's another one, 101 fun family activities for road trips and vacations. And then we have Winged Messenger Divine Guidance. So that was the second one that you created, right? So
that was actually the first Oracle deck.
That was the first one.
The first one, I think I might have created the affirmations first because those were really easy. But the dad jokes and those ones came last year. Those ones came later. But the very first ones I made were the embracing intuition affirmations,
Yeah.
and then the wing messengers.
Wing messengers.
And that
Yeah.
was such an amazing and surprising process.
Yeah. Yeah. So here's have a blast day. And I see some of them have reviews as well. And that means that you had purchases too, right? So you have 5 decks right now. You're working on another one. And your ones that we're working on as a community project, we need to restart it again because we took a break for the summer.
Mhm.
That one, can you tell a little bit more about the ones that you're creating as a community project?
Well, our community deck is going to have different healing modalities, and a deck that one of them I'm in the process of creating will have mantras, because I'm a sound healer. And in fact, I have a sound bowl sitting next to me that my cat played earlier. I was glad I was muted so I didn't disturb everyone, but she ran into it. But yeah, so I'm a sound healer, and I'm creating a deck with mantras because it's such a great way to help balance your nervous system and find your calm, being able to sing those or listen to them if you didn't want to sing them. So that's my other deck besides the wing messengers, which is healing through connecting with guides.
Mhm.
So that's going to be a really, really fun project for our group to do together, and then each of us to have our beautiful ways of bringing people to healing.
Yeah, and we are going to finish it. We're going to be finishers. We had to take a break, but we're going to be finishers. We have at least 15 people, I think. We were planning 25, but I think it's 15. But it's normal, you know, some people fall off a little bit. It's totally
Life happens.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
but it's all good. So we are going to finish it. So each individual person has their own decks that will be published on Deckable, but we also will have our community deck where we will profile each creator and have one card there, including talking about that deck as well. So yeah, we will be finisher. We will, yeah, Portland, I'm still working on my finisher deck. I know, well, so am I, right? So, and I change my mind
Same.
of what I'm going to do so many times.
I get it.
Yeah. So
I
good.
haven't changed my mind, but I've changed some of the mantras a few times. So I think I still
Yeah.
need to be a finisher on that one. Thankfully, my first one is done and up there. I added videos to it to be able to do that. But yeah, it's really it's such a great community, and I just want to mention to people, you're going to have so much support. If you can make any or all of the calls, that's great. But even so, you know, within the Facebook community, or, you know, once we move to school or whatever happens there, there's plenty of support for you and plenty of help. And Berglund, when you were sharing with the woes and trials and tribulations of the edges, I cried with you too. So I was like, oh, that's so disappointing. I was very sad for you. But yeah, we did rally around you. And if somebody's having a rough go of it, a rough space, you know, rough patch, we will rally around and buoy you up and help you get through it. And, you know, yes, it's okay to have a bad day, a rough time, or whatever. Just don't make it a permanent address, but you'll have the community there to bolster you and help you get through it.
Exactly. And that's why it's so important to surround ourselves with like-minded people, with really safe spaces. Like
Yes.
Angela said that she experienced completely different environments, right? So, and that was one of my biggest things when I created this community, that it's going, and it is my gift to create safe spaces. But it's one
Yes.
thing to create safe space and know myself how to do it, but it's another thing to teach others how to show up for others, and so they can feel safe. So we have the rule in community. If somebody's sharing something, there are challenges, and we have a lot of coaches in community. And as a coach, sometimes you might want to coach somebody, but we don't, right? So we have a rule here, we don't. The only thing we will say is, how can we support you? Do you need a little bit of help or advice, or do you want us just to hold space for you? That's all, right? So because when people going through difficult times, a lot of times they don't want to hear any advice. All they want to have the feeling that it's safe for them to share what's on their mind, and that other people will hold space for them so
Right.
they can have and feel that support so they can get to that next stage. When they need support, they will let us know. But that is very difficult to build community like that, because as I said, especially with a lot of coaches, is people tend to get into the advice space and try to help, and that might not be what the person need in that moment. And it doesn't mean that we don't offer support, but we'll actually ask that person, how do you want us to support you? Yeah, so that's amazing. So Rhonda, you've been our OG. You went through, and I remember at the beginning when you joined, like you said, you were busy with a lot of different other stuff, and you didn't start working on your project for a few months, right? So, and then when
Right,
you
no.
did, yeah. So
I didn't right away. So, if it was just one of those, I'm like, I'm going to hold this space because I know I'm going to get into and do this. And I never even, I thought I was going to be more in it for the art as well, just like Jen had been saying. I thought, well, I don't know, I might make Oracle cards. I don't know, but this is going to be a very good place to be. And I could tell with your energy that it was going to be a good space to be and to participate in. So, yeah.
So I don't, and you said you don't remember how you how you find it, but
I don't know.
if
Do you remember?
I don't remember either, but I don't know if you remember that you actually mailed me a card, because
I do, yes.
Okay, you
And I
made-
actually never knew if you got it, because then I finally realized your address was very different from where you actually lived, and I went, I don't know.
I did get your card,
Right.
but I wasn't sure who it was from. So that was one of those interesting things that on Facebook you sometimes don't know, and then you get the card and like, oh, that's such a nice touch, and who, and it's hard to thank them. And then years later, I did say that I got your card, but not immediately. I did not even know who it was from, right? So yeah.
And I did say I was from OCM, but I mean, at the time it was just like I wasn't as known. So yeah.
Oh, the card was way before OCM, hun.
Oh yeah, that's right. It would have been, yeah.
It
that's
was
right.
way before OCM. So
yeah.
Apparently we know each other on Facebook somehow. Facebook friends are real, right? So that's what I always say.
Absolutely.
And school of friends are real now. So so we are not even at time, but we're good. We are over an hour. Totally respect everyone's time. I know you've been committing and investing so much time every day for this adventure, and I appreciate that. I would have posted the link for you to buy, but it's not working. I am going to be fixing it, which I just got a message, we found resolution. So I'm going to be fixing it right after this call. So hopefully before 5 o'clock call, it will be all fixed. And those people who want to join, you can join, okay?
Good.
Yes, I know, we broke the internet, I'm telling you. So.
Right. It always, that's how you know you're on the right track. When things like this happen, you go, yeah, it's kind of a pain in the butt. However, that must mean we're doing something right, because these little obstacles are coming to test you. And it's like, it's okay, we'll get through it.
Exactly. Thank you so much, Rhonda. Thank you so much, all of the members who took your time out of your busy days and came in here to share with others about the Oracle Cards Magic, about your journey as well. And lastly, I already grabbed your links. It will be above this video inside the school community, but I'm also creating the directory, and it's a perfect time for me now that I have a couple of people already dropped their links, so I will put the directories there as well. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Like I always say to everyone, if we are available, yes, please, Angela, if you're available, please come in. 100%, I would love to have you there as well. And I just want to say, I normally make one post inside our community, and I say, if somebody wants to come in, just come in, right? So, and we always have slightly different people, which is very cool. Yeah, I love that. So thank you again. Love you guys, appreciate you. And I will see some of you at 5 o'clock. And then I will see some of you on the finisher calls tomorrow. And tomorrow is going to be the last live call with me, right? Well, no, that's not true. Last call for like a Zoom call. Does not need to be, because if you're in Secret Keepers, we have Monday special training, advanced training. And when I say advanced, it does not need to be difficult. It's actually not difficult, but it's something that will help you to generate images super fast and a web version. So you all have, like some of you had my AI creation kit or Soulful AI images workshop, but this one I'm teaching you similar thing you can do actually on web version, and it's much faster, right? So, and guess what? I'm finishing custom GPT for that, and you all love my custom GPTs. So yes, so this is Brooklyn, everyone, and it's the simplest custom GPT I ever created, but it's so good. It's like literally so simple. And that is coming on Monday. So if you're part of Secret Keepers, so you and everyone who's in Oracle Cards Magic already, you are part of that call. So come to that training. And then at 5 o'clock on Monday, we're going to have a party, but it's not on Zoom. It's going to be go back live on YouTube. So I will be on the stage and you will be on YouTube, okay? Like Thursday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So yes, but other than that, I will see some of you at 5 o'clock. I'll see some of you tomorrow. I'll see some of you on Monday. And I can't wait to post the updates that link is finally working, okay? Bye, guys. Love you.